Can you tell me about a product you managed from concept to launch?
At my previous company, I led the development of a mobile app designed to streamline the ordering process for small restaurants. Initially, we conducted market research to identify pain points in current systems. After identifying key features, I worked closely with the engineering team to develop the MVP. I coordinated beta testing with a select group of users and gathered feedback to refine the product. Post-launch, we saw a 30% increase in user retention and positive feedback about the app's ease of use and efficiency improvements.
How do you prioritize features for a new product?
I use a combination of methods to prioritize features, including the Moscow method, must have, should have, could have, and won't have, customer feedback, and data analysis. I also consider the overall business goals and the potential impact on revenue and customer satisfaction. For example, while working on a new software tool, we prioritized features that would reduce customer churn and enhance user experience, as these aligned with our business objectives and feedback from our user base.
Describe a time when you had to make a difficult decision regarding a product.
In one project, we were working on a new feature that many stakeholders believed would be a game changer. However, during the development phase, it became evident that the feature would significantly delay our launch timeline and exceed the budget. After analyzing the potential risks and benefits, I decided to shelve the feature for a future release. This was a tough decision, but it allowed us to meet our initial launch date and gather user feedback, which later informed an improved version of the feature.
How do you handle conflicting feedback from stakeholders and users?
Conflicting feedback is a common challenge. I handle it by ensuring that all decisions are data-driven and aligned with our strategic goals. I listen to all parties, validate their concerns with data, and prioritize feedback that aligns with our objectives and has the most significant impact on the product. For example, if users request a feature that doesn't align with our current roadmap, I document the request and revisit it during our next planning cycle if it gains more traction or aligns better with future goals.
How do you measure the success of a product?
I measure success using key performance indicators, KPIs, that align with our business goals. These might include user engagement metrics, customer satisfaction scores, revenue growth, and retention rates. For instance, in a recent project, we set specific KPIs like achieving a certain number of daily active users and reducing churn by 15%. By regularly monitoring these metrics, we could make data-informed decisions to iterate on the product and ensure its ongoing success.
What is your approach to user research?
My approach to user research involves a combination of qualitative and quantitative methods. I start with surveys and interviews to gather broad insights, then conduct usability testing and analyze usage data to validate findings. For example, when working on a new e-commerce feature, we conducted user interviews to understand shopping habits, followed by A/B testing to determine the most effective design. This mixed method approach helps ensure we build products that truly meet user needs.
Can you describe a time when a product you managed failed? What did you learn from it?
In one instance, we launched a new feature without adequate user testing, and it received poor adoption. We had assumed it would be intuitive, but users found it confusing. The failure taught me the importance of thorough user testing and iterative development. Now, I ensure we have multiple testing phases, including usability testing with real users, to validate assumptions and refine the product before launch.
How do you ensure your product stays ahead of the competition?
I stay ahead of the competition by continuously monitoring market trends, conducting competitive analysis, and gathering customer feedback. I also prioritize innovation and regularly update our product roadmap to incorporate new technologies and features. For instance, in my last role, we introduced AI-driven personalization features that significantly improved user engagement and positioned our product as a leader in the market.
How do you work with cross-functional teams?
I believe in open communication and collaboration. I hold regular meetings with cross-functional teams, including engineering, marketing, and sales, to ensure everyone is aligned and aware of the product goals and progress. I also use project management tools to track tasks and foster transparency. By creating a collaborative environment, we can address challenges early and work together towards a successful product launch.
What tools and methodologies do you use in product management?
I use a variety of tools and methodologies depending on the project's needs. For project management, I often use Jira or Trello. For user research and feedback, I rely on tools like SurveyMonkey, user testing, and Google Analytics. In terms of methodologies, I follow agile practices to ensure flexibility and iterative development. This approach allows us to quickly respond to changes and continuously improve the product based on user feedback.